Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, hope you can all hear me.
Good evening.
Yeah, so I want to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to our today's session. So I believe as of now we are making good progress. I hope so from your end, but if you're having any challenge, kindly let me know. I'm reachable via WhatsApp or you can call. If you're having any challenge in Tableau. So the other time we were looking at dashboards in Tableau, and we did a sales dashboard. So we'll continue with the same topic of building dashboards in Tableau for you to gain more understanding on how to build compelling and appealing dashboards. So last time we looked at how to create dashboards. We look at the dashboard interface in Tableau. So this is the Tableau sheet. This one with a plus. It is the second tab after the sheet tab. So whenever you want to create an additional dashboard, you simply come on this sheet, you click on it, and you'll have now the Tableau workspace or the Tableau dashboard environment that you can use to build your dashboards. So having looked at one dashboard last time, so I want us to look at how you can make your dashboard appealing. So I remember this is the dashboard that we created, though I did a bit of some manipulation over the weekend. So how can you create a dashboard that looks this way? So assuming that you've created your visuals on the sheets, so whenever you open the Tableau dashboard interface, on your left, you'll see the sheets that contain the visuals that you created. Yeah. So, and each sheet contains a visual or a chart that you created under the sheets. So you create a dashboard by simply dragging the sheet to the canvas. This is the canvas where you drag the visuals. So the concept that I want us to cover in this is the concept of containers. So as you can see, when you open a new dashboard, so when you look at on your bottom left, you will see you are having uh, two tabs for horizontal. This is the horizontal container and also the vertical container. So what these containers do, they allow you to arrange your visuals. So horizontal containers allow you to arrange your visuals horizontally, whereas the vertical container allows you to arrange your visuals vertically, just as the name suggests. So Let me get rid of this container so that you see what I mean. So at the bottom left, these are our containers, horizontal and vertical containers. So we are having our sheets here that contain our visuals that we've created. So instead of simply dragging these fields into this canvas, we want them to be aligned properly at the canvas. So we have to choose whether we want to use horizontal or vertical containers. So we want to arrange this visual horizontally. So I'll go ahead and choose horizontal container, this one. So, and make sure that under objects, you choose the floating option. So what floating does, it allows you to resize your visual when they are in the canvas. But you can't do the same when you are using the tiled option. So make sure you choose floating. So now these are our sheets. Now let us add horizontal containers. So you simply uh, left click and drag that container to the canvas. So this is one container that I've dragged into the canvas. So I'll pick another one, that one. Let me pick another one here. And then I pick again the other container. Like this. I pick another container here. I put it there. So these are the horizontal containers that I've just dragged into my canvas. So I'll simply be dragging my visuals into these containers. So the good thing with these containers, you can adjust them. You can adjust the containers. So you can adjust these containers like this. So you can adjust the width and the height as you wish. So we are having this. So you can also move them. I'm simply adjusting them like this. Like that. Let's adjust also this. This one I want to adjust it, so I want this one to be a bit long. Like this. So I take this, I drag it down a bit. Simply resizing and moving them so that they are in the desired location where I want them to be. like this. So now let us drag visuals into these containers. So let me take sales by product category. So I can simply fit my visual into the container like that. Simply adjusting this. Yeah. So let me pick another one. So this one again, I can fit them into my container. And then simply adjusting them so that they can fit. So this one I can take it here. Okay. And then I pick another visual. This one. This one I put it here. Then I simply adjust this. Yeah, that way. And then I pick another visual. We bring this. Let me fit it. Like that. And then I bring the last one. Put it here. Put that filter there. So adjust this so that it's the same size. Format this dashboard. I've simply changed the background to black. And I take this. That's how the dashboard appears. So let us, having added the horizontal containers, now let us rearrange the filters. So you see here we have a filter for product category. So whenever you want to edit the title of a filter, you simply come here and click on edit title. Yeah. So when you right click on this filter, you can see uh, various options that you can do with the filter. You can unselect the title if you do not want to see the title. You can select how you want the filter to appear. For instance, you might decide maybe you want a drop down for the filter. So a multiple drop down list that you can select from. So you can simply click on that, select multiple filters. So you adjust it a bit. So you adjust the filter. Right? So this filter is in the form of a drop down. In that, when you want to select maybe a particular year, you have to come that filter, click on the drop down, and select the year that you want. And it will filter all the visuals that are there on your dashboard. Right? So let us rearrange the filters. That's for the year. So you can also format the legends of the filters if you wish. So let's take these ones here. And this one's there. So that you are having them at the top right. So let's add now the title. How do you add the title for your dashboard? So you come at the bottom left, there's a field called show dashboard title here. So you make sure you select that box, show dashboard title. So it's here. So you can edit the title of your dashboard. So this is sales performance dashboard, like that. And you can bold and underline. You can change the font color. You can also change the font type. Now you can see we've added the title. So, so there's also the option for arranging filters. So I choose arrange horizontally. And then also we have this for category. So you can right click and go to arrange items. Either you can arrange the items in a single row, a single column, or multiple columns. So we want a single row. Like that. So let us hide the headers or the title of each filter. So hide the title. So we leave this one for here because it is a drop down. So that is it. Another thing that you will love to add to your dashboard is the borders. So border, go to format, dashboard. So you go to after you go to format and then selected dashboard, you go to under dashboard title. So the last option you see we have border. So you click on that and choose the border. So we want a border. So and you can add a border with different level of thickness. So let's say I want this thickness and I want maybe a white border. See now my chart title or my dashboard title, you see, you can now see the thick white borders that I have just inserted. Hope you can be able to see that. Let me simply adjust this a bit. Also this. Like that. So when I put a presentation view, so that's how it is. So this dashboard is interactive because when you select each filter, for instance, I want sales performance for 2017 alone. You can see my charts are changing accordingly. Hope you can see. The charts are changing accordingly for each filter. Yeah. So that is it, how to uh, design your dashboard and how to make it a bit visually appealing. So we've chosen one case of using horizontal containers. So the same applies to when you are using vertical containers. So instead of now aligning the visuals side by side, they'll be aligned vertically. Hope you're getting that. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all about designing dashboard. Unless there's any question. Is there any other question?
Hello.
Yes.
Thank you for this.
Okay, thank you for your question. I believe we had covered these uh, in our previous classes. Best practices when using certain type of visualization. So, mm, regarding building dashboards, first of all, you must make sure you have the right type of visualization to represent each information. So making sure that you've the right type of charts, making sure that you've chosen the correct color scheme. So by color, so I mean you should not use so many uh, colors. At least the colors that you've used should be coherent with the background. So don't use colors that are too dim or the ones that are too bright. Yeah. So those are the basics that you should observe. Having the right type of charts and then observe the colors. And then I think the other thing that we said, you must make sure that whatever you are putting in your dashboard should be capturing maybe the objectives that you want to communicate or should be answering the questions that the audience might be having. In this instance, the audience might be the decision makers who will be the consumers of your dashboard or the consumers of your report. So just to make sure everything is in that dashboard. And then another thing, uh, make sure that whenever you are designing this dashboard, so each dashboard should communicate single information. For instance, whenever we were analyzing sales here, so we realized that we had so many variables. We had quantity sold, we had profit, we had sales. You see, now mixing them all at a go in a single dashboard can be overwhelming. So it's best practice. You can use multiple dashboard to communicate separate information. For instance, this I could be having only this one for sales performance. Then I could having the other one for profit and then another dashboard for quantity so that I cover all the metrics. But in each dashboard, I'll be making sure that um, I am solving the problem or I'm sticking to the objectives that I want to meet. Yeah. So regarding choosing the right type of charts, there is a PPT that I shared last time. So that contains the guidelines of using each type of chart and when to use them. Are you fine now?
Thank you for your information. But in terms
Yeah, sure. I'm getting what you are saying. So, first of all, if you are dealing with numbers, we had stated about formatting. So making sure that your data is in the correct data format is very critical. So for instance, if you are dealing with currencies, make sure that uh, your the data is in the form of currency, of which we did. So whatever you are seeing here, I chose the currency to be in dollars, right? Yeah. And then the other information uh, regarding the order of importance. Yes, I agree with you, they should be here, but this was just for illustrative purposes. So maybe I could be having a card here that demonstrate the total number of sales that were made, and then maybe profit, maybe the quantity that was sold, and so on. So in the dashboards that we will make tomorrow, we shall be dealing with that. Are we okay? No, you don't have to make a dashboard for the 100 KPIs. So I believe there are KPIs that are critical to business. So I think those ones are the ones that we should focus the most on. So I don't know if there's a business that has more than or such number of KPIs. But I believe in those KPIs, we have those ones that are critical to business. So you don't have to design 100 KPIs.
Do you want to mean that to mean that uh,
So what did we say? What is a dashboard in the first place? So a dashboard is a single page representation of your report. So the information should be able to fit on a single page. So supposing you are having the 100 KPIs you are talking about, can they fit on one single dashboard? So another thing, we've said that you should avoid overcrowding your dashboard, because when you overcrowd your dashboard, it will lose its meaning. So people will not understand whatever you are trying to present. So dashboard should have just limited number of visualization that anyone whom you are presenting to is able to see whatever is going on. So you might be tempted that having many visualization in one dashboard will help you maybe communicate your intended information, which is not actually true. So I'd rather you focus on one dashboard communicating maybe a particular metric, then you create another dashboard communicating another metric so that when one switches from one dashboard to another is able to get the message. Hope you are getting me clearly. Yeah.
But I would like to have
Okay. Okay. You're talking of automation. Yeah. So with with Tableau, so we have two forms of Tableau. So we have Tableau desktop, we have Tableau uh, public. So if we are using Tableau desktop, of which I recommend you to use Tableau desktop. So there is a place whereby you can have your data connection as an extract, and also you can have your data as a live connection. So when you have data as a live connection, it means you are connecting it to the data source. So once data is maybe updated in the data source, or once you have new data in the data source, since that you've connected it to Tableau and you've selected the connection as live, it will automatically update and you don't have to uh, do a dashboard or do a report, because it will just pick automatically from the data. Yeah, so maybe if maybe your institution is willing to invest in purchasing license for Tableau desktop, then that will be fine.
between Tableau desktop and Tableau server.
Okay, both Tableau public and also Tableau desktop. So you can share reports via Tableau server. And Tableau server is mainly a sharing tool. So it is from Tableau server that you can be able to share reports to external parties. So once the report is in the Tableau server, if the other party have the credentials to the server, they can simply log in and get your report, or you can maybe connect them, and if you want them to be getting the report automatically via email, you can also do that. So in Tableau server, again, they can be able to download that report either in form of a PDF, in form of a PPT, and so on. Hope you are answered.
Thank you. I'm sorry to ask you many questions. It's
Yeah. So which tools are they using? So you see, so I don't know their main reason for using those type of platforms or softwares to do visualization. You've mentioned JavaScript. So from my understanding, when you are doing visualization from such platform, it will actually take you time because it involves coding. So you know how to write code, it takes time. But with this one, like for instance, Lucas Studio, Power BI, Tableau, you see, with these tools, you can build visualization in minutes. So even 30 minutes are enough for you to build your visualization. So, and it doesn't require you to have maybe prior coding experience. So, but you can leverage these tools to get insight from your data without much hassle. So maybe they aren't aware of this, but I don't know their reason. But in my case, I prefer these tools because first of all, I can build my dashboards in minutes. Yeah, I do not have to maybe memorize any code for me to be able to draw a visualization. So it's for instance like doing visualization using a program like R or Python. So for you to build even a single chart like this, maybe you've written up to 5 lines of code for you to be able to come up with simply a bar chart. But what about in Tableau? You saw we did this in seconds. Hope you now see the difference. Yeah, yeah. So that's it with the development of dashboard. So we shall do one more example, and then I'll give you an assignment. So I'll share the data with you. So we want to do everything today, but we'll just do some bit of introduction to that data, and maybe if possible we build 1 or 2 charts. We call it a day, then we pick it tomorrow. So I have a data set here for HR data. So I'm sharing on the group. So download the data. Download the data. So hope you've downloaded that data. So this is the HR data set that we'll be analyzing. So assuming that you are working as a data analyst and the HR has given you this data, so you have to analyze this data and come up with insights. So first of all, the first thing you do when you have data is to understand the variables that you do have and also the kind of data that you have. So one of the variables that are there is attrition, business travel, age band of the employees, and then we have the department education, and also we have gender, and the last variable is years with the current manager. So in this data, so we are trying to measure the employee tenure. So we want to know how many active employees are there in the company. Also, how many have left, that is the ones that have are treated. We might be interested to know metrics like uh, the number of employees by gender and then by department and so on, and then the job role of each employee and so on. So with this data we can come up with insight that will enable the HR department make informed decisions. So having gone through the data and understood the variables that we are having, it's now time now we import this data to Tableau. So you can open a new workbook. It's here. So I told you the procedure for importing data. You simply come to connect, and then the type of file that you want to import. So this is the data that we've imported. So at this interface, you can see the variables that are there. So we are having a total of 39 fields and 1,470 rows of data. So we can see the first rows or the first records of the data, right? So after doing that, now let us go to the sheets. On the sheet, on the left, on the sidebar, you can see we are having two tabs: the data and the analytics pane, and we are having our variables, which are our fields. So the first thing, we must make sure that these fields are in the correct data format. So by that we mean, if it's a string, let it be in that form. So if it's a date, let it be a date. So going through all these fields, I can see all my variables are in the correct data format. Yeah. So let me see joining date. Yeah. So this is the data that we are having. So let us first know, the HR wants to know the number of employees that are there in the company. So how can we do that? How can we know the number of employees that are there in the company? So for us to be able to do that, we have to create a calculated field. So we have to create a field for employee count. So how can we be able to do that? So we can be able to do that by doing a sum. underscore count. Sorry, count. So let me click on apply and OK. So I think you're finding one thing here, the concept of creating calculated field. Hello? Yes.
How did you write that?
So you see here, I'm having, this is what you're having, eh? You see on this drop down here, we have for creating calculated. Yeah. So we can also create another calculated field for attrition. But one thing here with attrition, when you look at our data, you see attrition here is in the form of yes or no. So if an employee are treated, it is captured as yes. And if an employee is still in the company, it's no. So we have to code this in that if the employee are treated, we assign it a 1, and if the employee is still with us, we give it a 0. So we come here to the sheet, create a calculated field. So this is attrition count. So we want the employees who have left the company. So remember here we have to use a logical statement because in the data, attrition is captured as yes or no. So we'll say if attrition is yes, so is yes, this is caps, is yes, then give a 1, else zero, then end. So there's a parameter here not capturing the exact thing. Then give a 1. Then so another calculated fill.
Excuse me, on your last,
Well, let me see. Let me check it. Oh, okay. Sorry for that. So if attrition is yes, give a 1. Let's give a 0. So there's a problem with the code. Trying it's not accepting.
is it expecting then before yes?
Yeah, it says so, but that is not the order. So if attrition, you see it's a condition, eh? It's a condition that we are trying to put. So what I wanted is if attrition is yes in our data, then give me this value, right? If it is not, give me a 0. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So I'm trying. Yeah, so you see, first of all, you have to identify the field that you are manipulating. So we are working on attrition. So we are telling Tableau on that field, perform this operation. So if attrition is equals to, I think I was forgetting is equals to, let me try, is equals to yes, then give me 1, else give me 0, or and then end the code. Yeah, I think now I was missing the equal sign. So click on apply and then on OK. So I think now that's sorted. So that is attrition count. Yeah, I think it's now counting. That is 237 number of employees who have are treated. And then let's see employee count, if it counted. So if you want to get the total number of employees, what can we do? So on this we are having uh, employee number, and then we are having, do we have employee ID? No, no employee ID at all. So let me go to the data and see this. Yeah, we have employee count. We have a column for employee count. So we have a column for employee count. So if we want to know the total number of employees, let us see the employee count. Yeah, that's it, 1470, right? So how can we know the number of employees who are active in the company? Yes, on employee count. Okay, okay, okay. Uh-huh. Okay. So in the data source, sorry, in the data source, we have a calculation for, we have added a calculated field for employee count. So how I did that, you come here. So we have a field for employee count. So let me search for it. There are so many fields here. Employee count. So for you to add it, you come here, you create a calculated field. Like, I'll name it differently. Employee underscore C for count. So I'll use the count function. So we are having employee number. This one. Click on apply. Right? The same way, we can also create a calculated field for active employee. For active employees, so active employees will be the sum of employee count minus sum of attrition count, like that. Right? So I think we shall explore more on the concept of creating calculated fields and also logical functions on the same. So creating calculated fields and also parameters. Yeah. So hope you've got the concept. Whoever asked the question.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think I don't want to give so much regarding the calculations. So I think we need to do that when our minds are a bit fresh. So I leave that for tomorrow. So we'll continue from there tomorrow. Also, the time is well gone. Hope you enjoyed today's class. Yeah, so let's meet tomorrow. We proceed from there. So we'll start afresh with regarding that analysis for HR.